Welcome to the weekly video digest of Kashmir University Quest. First, a look at the highlights. Bosnian ambassador delivers special lecture. Extension lecture on Sheikhul Alam. And seminar on the rights of senior citizens. Now the details with your host Beenish Ali. The Department of Economics organized special lectures and interactive session on Bosnia and Herzegovina business and trade opportunities. Head, Department of Economics, Professor Ifat Yasmin, while presenting the welcome address, said that exchange of students from different areas can help in understanding the culture of different people.
Bosnia has gone through worse times, facing ethnic and religious wars, and it is always beneficial to learn more and more from you that how your country has overcome this ethnic division. India, being a vast country, also faces challenges considering its multicultural, multi-religious and multi-regional character. Your Excellency, given the chance, the students from our university through educational and cultural exchange programs will greatly benefit by understanding how different countries have accommodated and protected group interests. We look forward to have such collaborative programs between the two countries in general and the state of Jammu and Kashmir and Bosnia and Herzegovina in particular to widen the understanding of society among the youth in changing context of present-day world.
Mr. Asif Iqbal, President, India-Bosnia Chamber of Commerce, said that he was impressed with the entrepreneurship skills of the Kashmiri students.
The last 2 days that we have visited have been very fruitful and very conclusive that the youth of this region are very active, they are proactive, they are very entrepreneurial in nature and they are very, very enterprising, and given a chance this state has the best possibility of turning out to be a business hub. So economics, business, these are the subjects that we must need to address, and all sorts of joint cooperations that are required as students of management, trade and commerce. By the Chambers of Commerce, we are here to serve you. How to improve the economy by the feedback and by the knowledge exchange that we can do with Bosnia and Herzegovina. His Excellency is going to be thinking of creating some mechanism for the university by tying up with some other university in Bosnia and Herzegovina. There are some very big universities there, including the University of Sarajevo.
Bosnian Ambassador Dr. Sabit Subasi said that his country is going to initiate many exchange programs with the state of Jammu and Kashmir.
Many people in Bosnia share difficulties that you are facing with nowadays in the recent past. We have come to many concrete conclusions with different groups, and now I am obliged with my people in the embassy to do a lot of concrete things to have some tangible result about that. We are going to establish some exchange programs with schools from here. We are going to establish some business connection. We are planning tourism people cooperation with Bosnia and Herzegovina, and we had very concrete decisions about our obligation even in the near future. Coming to Kashmir University, we have to do something definitely to establish contact to Kashmir University with some university in Bosnia. We should have, for the beginning, some exchanges, some professors to come to Bosnia from here, some students to come to Bosnia, and also some professors, students to come from Bosnia to Kashmir.
Head, Department of Political Science, Professor Gul Muhammad Wani asserted that any change in the society is possible with educational transformation.
we have a different global setting at this point of time. Just in 27 years, we academics have started discussing a retreat of globalization. We see in many parts of the world, including Europe also, a wave of illiberalism, which is quite dangerous for free play of market forces. We also see certain populism and authoritarianism in some of the important countries of the world, which again cannot be helping to the growth of business climate, business environment in the world. But the solution to these problems does not lie in isolation. The solution lies in more and more integration, market integration, business integration, and more understanding. Having said that, what is very important to recognize is that for any economic transformation in the world, fundamental is societal transformation. And societal transformation cannot take place without an educational transformation.
Vice Chancellor Professor Khurshid Iqbal Andrabi said that promotion of education will help in developing a civil and humble human being.
If we have remained deficient in achieving the tranquility, the peace, the coexistence, the accommodation for one and all, is only because we have somehow not been faithful to the word civil and we have not been faithful to the word education. And if anything can fill this up, is the propagation of education, is the upliftment of more and more opportunities for higher education, as Professor Wani put up, that it actually raises the standard of dialogue to a point where people start listening to each other much more than otherwise. I think the buzzword or the word which is very imperative is to promote the educational cooperation, because life is very small. You cannot commit mistakes and start learning from it. I think it's about time that we start learning from each other's experiences, each other's shortfalls, each other's positives, each other's good practices. And then the only way we can progress and we can maybe move forward in achieving what a human being is supposed to achieve is through promotion of education, through acceptance of each other's authority in one area versus the other, without any sense of dominance, without any sense of arrogance, with reasonable amount of humility to promote ourselves and in the process contribute in the promotion of the world.
Later, a question-answer session was held with the Bosnian ambassador.
One important thing over here is that I was going through the literature of it, and I found that your country has been nominated as one of the fastest growing tourism-driven country. Third, in fact, it has been given its rank from 1995 to 2020. Third highest growing tourist-driven country. And I would like to know, how has this been made possible in a country which was in complete shadows, as I talked about this economy, for 3 complete years?
Tourism has also a market, international market. There are many countries and many areas where people are not very happy to have Kashmir, boosting in tourism, because if they have Kashmir growing in tourism, some other area will not grow. It's in my region like that. I mean, when people are jealous, and if people are very practical, if tourists come to Bosnia, they will not go to some other places. It's everywhere like that. We have to fight. We have to have strategy and concept to fight for our tourism. And you have to use that potential as much as possible.
A book was also released during the function.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Assistant Professor Dr. Javed Iqbal Khan conducted the proceedings of the function. Markaz-e-Noor Center for Sheikhul Alam Studies organized an extension lecture of author Mir Ghulam Nabi Gohar. In his welcome address, Director Markaz-e-Noor Dr. M.S. Sumbli said that the author has a deep insight on Iqbal and Sheikhul Alam.
Governor Sabos Chupa Iqbal Spadiman Varia Iqbal si jazbati wabastagi chi beshi Iqbal yatas Spadiman sethui soin nazar kun te topics pat hakan yum Iqbal dis kat karit ithe pat Sheikhul Alam sit jazbati wabastagi ٲlim لُکھ یِم زَن کٲشِر زبٲنۍ ہُنٛد کٲشِر علمُک سرمایہِ چھِ ڈٮ۪کٹِک چھِ یِمن سۭتۍ کرو أسۍ یہِ محفل تُہۍ ہیٚچھِو اِنڈایریکٹلی تہِ یِمن نِش یِہنٛدِ وۄتھنہٕ بیٚہنہٕ نِش کلامہٕ نِش کِتھ پٲٹھۍ گژھِ لایف اِنسان پَنُن شہراوُن بیٚیہِ یِمن کوٗتاہ چھُ ذخیٖرے علم یِم کِتھ پٲٹھۍ چھِ کُنہِ خاص چیٖزس مُتعلِق سَنان محبت کمٹمنٹ ٹُوٲرڈٕز کشمیری لِٹریچر اینڈ لینگویج بیٚیہِ محبت یا عقیدت شیخ العالمس سۭتۍ.
In his lecture, Mir Kauhar said that Sheikh ul Alam made it a moral obligation to preserve the environment.
वार थी प्लांटेशन कर 10,000 फुट योर दिन 5,000 फुट योर ये बनो रिलीजियस मॉरलिटी प्रिजर्वेशन ऑफ इकोलॉजी प्रिजर्वेशन इज वन यस एनवायरनमेंट ये बनो रिलीजियस मॉरलिटी जुज यम तिम मे कोर गोड़े अर्ज थी प्रथ कह सहीफ तो प्रथ कह यह सही क्या वन अवतार अकिस पन्निस महदूद जोग्राफी यह सही एनवायरनमेंटस मज तमी एनवायरनमेंट कथ कर मगर सो रिलेशनशिप थवान सरसे दुनिया बह वन वन तमन युथ मुबल्लिग आस जजियातन वोत मुकाम महमूद पे जंगलस तान रहबरी कर सु कौम गुसा आसन आवार सु कौम गुसा बेराहरो आसन सु कौम गुसा फितरतस ददार वातना. ज़रूरत इस अमर की है कि हम न सिर्फ सेमिनार करें अपने इन असलाफ के बारे में उनकी तालीमात को अपना कर अपनी आफियत संभालना ज़रूरी.
Professor Majroor Rashid from the Department of Kashmiri said that Kashmir is incomplete without Sheikh ul Alam and it is a myth that he denounced worldly life.
अगर कश्मीर हिंस कथ वथि कश्मीर इतिहास कथ वथि कश्मीर कल्चरल यम फेसिलिटीज सन तिहज कथ वथि शेख उल आलम सुन नाव यी गोडनेथ शेख उल आलमस मुतलिक सानो मुहक्किको तो नकादो गलत कथ ये वनमज कि तमिस डिनाउंस लाइफ कर्म he has not renounced or denounced life. सो प्रैक्टिकल इंसान यह जन तम कलाम वन युत पोर्मुत तुत डिनाउंस कर तमो लाइफ कह रिनाउंस कर तमो लाइफ कह तमो कर लाइफ एक्सेप्ट जिंदगी मुश्किलात जिंदगी हुंद आसन तो ह्यूमन एग्जिस्टेंस ये एग्जिस्टेंस कर तमो तस्लीम तो इंसान जोन तमो कि यह कैपेबल तो यह कि पन पान पन शख्सियत की तमीर कर अमिस मन तम तमाम अनासर मौजूद यम अम सज शख्सियत बनान तो दोम पास यथ माहौलस मज बसान यथ समाजस मज बसान तथ समाजस तक एंदज शेख उल आलम तिथि अख शख्सियत.
The School of Law organized a one-day seminar on the legal awareness on the rights of senior citizens in collaboration with District Legal Services Authority, Srinagar. On the occasion, a number of students debated their views on the topic old age homes, bane or boon.
It seems quite interesting to note here that everyone wants to live a long life, but nobody wants to get old. It is ironical that however undesirable the old age, it is bound to come in life. A man is compelled to go through the pain and pleasures of this age.
It sounds unbelievable, but it's true that there are children who leave their old parents as destitute to die. These homes have become a blessing for those children who consider their parents as burden. They find it convenient to leave their parents in such homes and get rid of parental responsibilities. In old age, when man becomes like a small child, the mind and body become so weak that he is necessarily to be looked upon. But this doesn't go well with the working children today. Nowadays, he cannot afford to take the parents to the bath. He can't afford to make them eat. He can't afford to comb their hair because he had toiled all day long because of his work. Notwithstanding the fact that the same parents had toiled all day long but still gave time to their children.
This problem can be solved to some extent if the elderly also give it a serious thought. They should prepare for their old age gracefully. They should secure their old age economically. They should save enough money for themselves so that they don't have to depend for each and everything on their children.
Mr. Parvez Iqbal, Special Mobile Magistrate, said that legal aid in India is a duty of the state.
Legal aid in a welfare state like India is not a charity. It's a duty, it's a constitutional obligation which is enshrined in our, you can say, Constitution, Article 21 and 39 of the Constitution of India. It's a duty cast upon the state to have legislations or to take steps for providing legal aid to the people. It's a pledge which we have taken of providing justice, social, economic and political to the people of this country that is given in our preamble of the Constitution. So, in furtherance of that pledge, the Government of India came up with the legislation in 1987, that is Legal Service Authorities Act. The concept of Lok Adalat, the concept of ADR, that has proved a big boom in the society. We are dealing with the courts, at least I am in this profession from last 14 years. I have seen that this concept of legal aid has helped a lot, not only the poor section of the society, but those who are ignorant of their rights.
District and Sessions Judge Mr. Tahir Khurshid Raina said that the concept of Lok Adalats has now disseminated to the world.
Today, all over the world, the concept of legal, this ADR and the Lok Adalat has been borrowed from this institution, the institution of Indian judiciary. And Lok Adalat was not something new. It was prevalent in this nation from years and years together. The concept which was earlier we were having, like that of our elders, sitting in the mahallas, areas, that organizing that panchayats and settling the disputes, family disputes or other disputes in the areas, that actually has metamorphosed or crystallized into the concept of Lok Adalat, and which has got legal status in our jurisprudence. The first Lok Adalat, which we have got the status in our Civil Procedure Code also, and the Legal Services Act also, it was for the first time organized in the state of Gujarat in 1982. It was taken as a test, and thereafter it has become part of our justice dispensation system.
Mr. Faizanul Haq Iqbal, Munsif and Secretary, District and Legal Service Authority, said that Kashmiris need to work harder in order to realize their full potential.
But really, you need to work hard. We have the most fertile brain available here, I'm telling you. But the thing is, one, we lack exposure. Number two, we don't give our 100%. Agar tui 100% diyo, nothing like that. But I am a little displeased today. I'll not say at all displeased, but I'm not that pleased. Though we were not here to judge you people. We were here today with a different goal, with a different achievement. We just wanted to share, disseminate this information as to what this old age home, what is the concept, since we don't have any old age home here. Should we make it happen here? Should we not make it happen? Your views as upcoming students of law, as members of the society, as upcoming lawyers, jurists, it really matters. Because once we go into the system, we are a part of the system. We know how the system works. We try to work as the system works. Your minds, on the other hand, it's raw knowledge from the books. You have a very broad horizon. So we really wanted to take a clue or two from what you speak so that we can inculcate that unpolluted things and take it to a next level.
Later, prizes were distributed among winners of the debate. With this, we come to the end of today's program. In case you missed some part of the program, you can log on to emmrckashmir.com where you can watch the whole episode. Send us your suggestions at our email address quest@emmrckashmir.com. Dear viewers, achieving success in something you enjoy doing is easier. David Frost said, "Don't aim for success if you want it. Just do what you love and believe in, and it will come naturally." With these words, I take your leave. See you next week. Goodbye.